clutch kick is back. Oh, buddy. Banging doors, getting aggressive.
This one is a little tougher to swallow.
Welcome out to Road Atlanta. This is round 2 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. Thank you so much for joining us out here. It's going to be an exciting season, this only being round 2.
We have James Dean back in the field. Now we're going to get to see Kristaps Blush coming back in the mix. Vaughn Gittin Jr. coming back in the mix. What kind of role will those drivers play against the likes of Field and Chelsea Denofa, Ryan Tuerck, and Fredric Aasbo?
Coming into Road Atlanta, I'm very excited. It's my favorite round of the year. The track, the layout, that sort of fast-flowing road course. The goal is obviously to replicate what we did last year and get that win.
Fredric, the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo gets the win here in Atlanta. There's so much talent. The builds are insane. Literally anybody could win, but it begins here with qualifying.
One of the very first runs that we ever saw on this track was Vaughn Gittin Jr. And because this is his first event, he's at the bottom of the lineup. He's going to be the first run for the 20th season. My intuition is that Vaughn is not the kind of athlete that lets anything slip away. He would not be in competition unless he knew that he could be competitively strong, win events, and take out drivers.
Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiating here. Let's see how he handles it. This only Ford Mustang. Jeez. Yo, nice job coming up that hill. Look at that. Makes it look really easy. Wow, that squat right there. And guess what? Old Captain Clutch Kick is back. Vaughn didn't skip a beat. Welcome back, Vaughn Gittin Jr. 93.3, your #1 qualifier. And now, let's talk about Ryan Tuerck, man. What an amazing qualifying run he had in Long Beach. A near perfect 98. Can he do it again here at Road Atlanta?
It had the best qualifying lap I've had of my entire career. The car was so good. I mean, so good. The guys had that thing really on rails for me.
Yo, Ryan Tuerck is back at it. He wants it. 98.33. A damn near perfect score for Ryan Tuerck.
It's only a qualifying lap, but it was pretty special for me, and so many people were so stoked on it, and letting me know, like, it makes you feel really good and builds you up a little bit. Even after the event, there's still a lot of comments and people reaching out and saying, man, that was freaking absolutely amazing. My mindset now is just go out there, have some fun, and get the results.
Rolla, here we go. Let's see what we got for Ryan Tuerck and this Rain-X Nitto Tire Rockstar Energy Drink. GR Corolla.
Okay, this is starting off good.
Yo, let's go. Ryan Tuerck comes out swinging here in Atlanta.
My entry was the best I had all weekend. Pretty snappy up the hill with a little bit off on the touch and go down the hill, and finished strong, but we ended up with an 88 score. It's decent. It's just, it just needed to be just that little bit better just to break into the 90s, into the top 3. So is what it is. Car's feeling phenomenal, so we're not sweating it. We'll see what our bracket looks like and start coming up with a game plan. A lot of guys hooked up, so just got to be on our toes, and it's going to be a tough weekend for sure. Trying to run for a podium.
So here we go. Fredric Aasbo, your 3-time and defending Formula Drift champion. The Rockstar Energy Drink, Toyota Supra.
One of the things that Papadakis Racing and Aasbo in particular are really known for is they really pay attention in the drivers' meetings. They listen very acutely to what the judges say. They want to know what they need to do, and then they go execute.
Yeah, makes sense. 86.33 and 86.33, what are your thoughts?
I'm not saying I disagree, but I think that was a great run for him overall. So in this particular case, surprised, I don't know if that's the right word.
Here we go, another day. It's cool. There's a totally new judging format this year that we're simply not understanding. And what we think is that my runs look well put together, they look safe, they look fast, and they look fluid and smooth, but they lack that raw wildness. Showing that wild side in tandem is a totally different thing compared to qual. We know we have decent pace, we know that we can be quick and we can chase close. So I feel pumped, excited, and ready to get started on tandem tomorrow.
I don't know if that's the right word. I think
Man, the easy ups are out, the umbrellas are out. It's a sunny, beautiful day for the Rockstar Energy Drink Top 32. Atlanta, make some noise! Y'all looking great out there. You're Formula J fans. Got the bucket hats, got the dresses. Look at that, kid and committed. Yeah, what's going on? You're on the big screen.
I'm an office person. It's my first time out. So it's pretty neat. It's crazy.
We have this little bracket going between friends, and I have Aasbo winning.
You can see Matt Field there, put him on top of the box. RCP in second, Fredric Aasbo third, Jonathan Hurst, the pride of Paducah, gets in fourth, and Ryan Tuerck in fifth. Another driver with a lot of expectations.
Ryan is someone I admire and have a lot of respect for. He was one of my idols, coming into the sport. And now being a teammate with Ryan, it's like it's come full circle. Sometimes we have a little bit of a dick measuring contest, obviously, trying to beat each other, but I love having him as a teammate.
My teammate, Freddie, of course. Yeah, I mean, dude, Freddie's a three-time champion. He's won the last 2 years in a row. He's hard as hell to beat on track, and he is my teammate, and I want to beat his ass. So.
He's a kid at heart that just likes to play with cars. With all the crazy builds he's doing, all of this personality and identity through YouTube. Ryan is a big name in the sport. He's really broad drifting into the mainstream.
Driving for Papadakis Racing at that level, I mean, it's something in my career that I'm being looked back on and super proud of.
I think one of the reasons we've been so successful here is that we mesh very well as a team. Got Rockstar, got Toyota, under the reins of Steph, and the whole Papadakis Racing operation. The importance of the team and the sponsors and the drivers working well together is paramount in the sport if you want to win.
They've won, I think, the most amount of championships than any other team in the sport. I'd love to add my own championship to that roster.
We are the team to beat.
Taking a look at everything that goes down here at Road Atlanta. Everybody cheering on their favorite drivers. Here we are with the RTR team, making sure the Nitto tires are prepped, changing out some nitrous bottles. That's James Dean's car.
We're going to top 32 right now. Every single battle's a question mark. You just don't know what's going to happen. And the drivers that you think traditionally have done well, it doesn't mean they're going to do well going forward. There are a lot of amazing top-level drivers in this championship now, and it can go any way whatsoever.
We come into Saturday, there's just an hour warm-up of practice.
Yeah, everything feels good.
Everything was working. I got a half-ass chase lap of practice, and then the motor went.
To the car, sounds great.
And I really needed my lead lap. I really needed that for track conditions and for me to really kind of get a baseline.
We will see you back at main pit, right?
Got this, let's get it done and get back out there. And we had to do an engine.
Engine overheated, probably head gasket. It's a constant issue.
Sometimes you have things on track that happen that you just were not expecting. The car has a massive issue.
We're pushing everything to its limits, and there's still fragile things. You know, we're this far from disaster every second out there on track. You know, we blow stuff up all the time. And it's when the boys shine. That's when they jump in there and get it done.
There's lots of emotion, you can have it now.
Hey Mario, need the band move. Please.
Yes, sir.
Well, check the oil level.
Everybody in the front, clear?
Crank the engine.
The guys absolutely freaking crushed it. Had it done in a record time for them. With everything that they had, they were able to get it done in 55 minutes. Just enough time to run back up to the grid.
Please be behind me as fast as possible.
Yeah, we are running people over. We're coming.
We need wheels on this car ASAP. I don't know if they're going to give us time or not.
My son was down in the pits, and he's giving me updates on Ryan Tuerck. They pulled the engine in that when the first battle of Top 32 was going. What? They pulled the engine and replaced it.
Pressure's back here. Do the pressures back here. They're already calling me up. Do the pressures down. Do the pressures down.
If he doesn't fix the car in time, he is out.
Pressure's back here. Do the pressures back here. They're already calling me up. Do the pressures down. Do the pressures down.
So it was a little hectic, but we are able to get fresh tires on the car and then go do burnouts in the warm-up box.
Nice job, everybody. Just in the nick of time.
And then go straight into battle.
So in an hour, they pulled the engine, replaced it, and here he is on the line.
That's incredible.
That's amazing. Ryan Tuerck and Christoph Splush. So Ryan Tuerck, he will be leading qualified 5th. How awesome is this? Banging doors, getting aggressive.
I knew he was going to be a tough opponent, but I feel like we had the car. I was driving well, but I misjudged the track conditions. Ended up putting 2 tires off.
Wow, Christoph's making his presence felt after 5 years of absence.
It hit me again, but it wasn't a big deal.
Ryan Tuerck counters back outside of the keyhole.
And kind of finished pretty strong.
Christoph's putting on so much pressure. We knew this was what it was going to be from Christoph's. Yeah, that looked like a pretty good hit at inside clip number 1, but Tuerck stays in it. Christoph's gives him another bump before inside clip number 2, and Christoph keeps just knocking on his door. He's not giving Ryan an inch. So this is a contact situation where no incomplete was given to either driver, so both drivers are going to be going back to look at their cars.
We're at a deficit. We need a 100% car. We have 10 minutes plus our 5 if we need it.
Run the wheel left to right.
Punctured my line. I don't know if I should have stopped. I just kept going just because.
Super what he did, and then you overshot up the hill.
Well, there was that, but he hit me again around the keyhole is what I'm saying.
I think part of Christoph's plan here, maybe his strategy, is to disrupt Tuerck a little bit. Hey, I'm here.
Minute and a half. Is the kingpin bent? I don't know.
Good. Is it locked down?
Locked down. You're good to go.
Everything's looking good.
Back to the top of the hill. We'll go back to Christoph Splush and Ryan Tuerck. So this is the second half of this battle.
A very aggressive Christoph Splush, and it's what we expect from him. It's been his style since day 1 in Formula Drift. I'm curious to see how Tuerck will respond to that now that he's in the chase.
Ryan, what's the plan for this mother?
I gotta just run him as hard as I can. That's it.
Will Ryan Tuerck retaliate, or will he kill him with kindness?
I was kind of in my own head already, and I was trying to stay as close to him as possible. Coming up the hill, I just wasn't able to stop. I just frickin' botched it.
Just looked like Tuerck came up very aggressively and had to really slow down to avoid hitting Christoph's.
This is a big shock to Ryan Tuerck's system here. I gotta tell you, I don't think that Christoph did anything to warrant for Ryan Tuerck to stop.
So we ended up losing the top 32. So that sucks.
There was quite a lot of anticipation for Ryan Tuerck and this being his kind of season.
And it was just a freaking disaster. So it's all about getting results at this point.
How we doing up there, Atlanta? Thanks for joining us out here. We are halfway through our top 32, the Rockstar Energy Drink top 32. Next up, here's your 2 and 3 from Long Beach. Fredric Aasbo versus Rome Charpentier RCP. Rome had no power steering in qualifying, and it was Steph Papadakis that came over to help him fix the problem so that they could actually battle Fredric Aasbo.
Wow, that's sportsmanship.
That's sportsmanship.
I think that's one of the things that I've really grown to appreciate more and more, understanding how lucky I am to be with this team. Winning here this year would be just as huge as last year. Even if we had a tough qualifying session, I feel like we have everything to do well here, which means that I have a lot of confidence, but it also means that if we don't do well, it's a heavy blow.
Fredric Aasbo will get the lead run here. He qualified high. Let's see this Rockstar Energy Drink, Toyota. Big initiation there for Fredric Aasbo. He is your back-to-back and 3-time champion.
Rome really caught me by surprise. He came out swinging.
You know, Aasbo did leave a little on the table there. We didn't see him fill outside zone 2, and that's going to give Rome a big opportunity right now.
Rome, right there. And look at that, he is definitely part of the conversation.
If he can get himself positioned so that he can fill outside zone number 2 and fill it, he will give himself a big advantage.
Freddie, can you tell any difference in the power?
Yep, I'm happy with it.
Rome, you know, just the way he's progressed over the years has been fantastic. Obviously, proof of that is he's currently second in points.
The way I go about a chase run is I usually have a plan for what I'm anticipating for the lead car to do. And if they do that, I'm usually able to stay pretty close.
RCP, Garage District BMW E36 coming down the hill, but he is going against our 3-time and defending back-to-back Formula Drift champion.
I've never chased anyone as fast as this. Extremely fast.
This outside zone 2 area is proving difficult for so many drivers. Look, Rome doesn't get in the box at all.
I was holding off a rear life in my chase, and luckily for us, he made a slight mistake in his chase, and that was enough for us to move on.
Fredric Aasbo gets the win and advances on into the top 16. Congratulations.
For us to come out on top there was by the slimmest of margins.
All right, round of 16, we got James Dean.
James Dean has us.
Look at this, getting darker and darker, but it's about to get lit in more ways than one. James Dean, he won here in 2017. He got on the podium in 2018-19. 3-time champion, back-to-back-to-back. He bid adieu, and now he is going against Fredric Aasbo. 6 championships between these guys. You gotta love it.
And on the clock, James hasn't had the pace that Rome had. So the hope is that we have enough speed and pace for it.
That speed has been extremely important here. Because if we can gap these guys from that keyhole, it's going to give it an advantage.
It's game time. And we got to bring everything we got. Simple as that.
Set it! Here we go! Fredric Aasbo. Whoa, are you kidding me? Look at that.
Big angle by Dean. He taps Aasbo, stays in it. As Aasbo draws a beautiful line to outside zone 2.
We put down a really quick, fast lead run. Got into the zones, been really close within the markers.
Look at this. Aasbo starts to walk him.
Gapped him pretty well, and we thought we had an advantage.
That was awesome, and here we are only in the 16. Wow.
Aasbo is on record saying that James Dean brought out some of the best drifting in him and elevated the sport here in Formula Drift.
The times that I do gamble a little bit and go a little bit harder have made for some of the most memorable moments for me in this sport. So now it's time for us to bring out the madman, the wild style, and really be more aggressive.
Wash, rinse, repeat.
Both initiating at the same time. Look at that angle from James Dean.
Now for my chase, I wasn't able to really stick it to his door to begin with, but from the keyhole and out.
Oh! James Dean opened the window of opportunity here for Fredric Aasbo.
I was very aggressive and very close.
Aasbo fights back.
Let's go.
Little jab, make some noise.
That was sick. Unreal. And we are bathed in entire smoke up here. That was incredible, man. I think that was just one of the best battles that we've seen here so far.
I think the fans loved that battle. At least according to stuff on my radio, there was a lot of cheering and clapping and howling following that run.
Yeah, that was exciting. Everybody enjoyed it up here.
All right, let's score it. Do we have a winner? James Dean gets 1 vote, 2 votes. James Dean gets the win, 2-1.
Aasbo was robbed.
Some craziness is ensuing here at Road Atlanta.
I feel like it's hard to explain how we lost that. But then again, what do I know? Losing out early sucks when I know we have more in the tank. I felt like today we fell victim of the subconsciousness, you know, of us having done well over the last couple of years, and you know, it gets a little stagnant and people want to see some fresh blood, and you know, all the hype with James coming back and all that. It's easy to tip the scale in his favor, and I get it, you know? It's just, I just gotta get better. It's as simple as that. You gotta be so good that they have no other choice than to give it to you. Long Beach had some controversy of its own, and you know, that could have gone a different way too, but this one is a tougher blow. This one is a little tougher to swallow. So we just gotta hunker down and be very aggressive from here on, because this is going to be a season for the books.
That was sick.
Coming into Orlando, it's anybody's game. The conditions are brutal.
We're just trying to keep the cars on the track.
Right there on the course's edge. Aasbo, what just happened?
It's all about getting results at this point.